Hey there, my name is Celeste and welcome to my sewing room as we learn what my 9 resolutions are for 2024. Do you do those? Do you have goals that you set for your sewing? If so, I would love for you to comment below so that I can learn what you are planning to do for 2024. So I have 9 of those, and I'm really kind of encompassing anything that I do in my sewing room or craft room as a resolution. So let's jump right into my 9. And these are in no particular order. So they are just listing as they came to my mind, putting them down on paper, and my plan is to put them up in my sewing room to remind myself of what I'm trying to accomplish this year. So the first thing, and again, no particular order, is to scrapbook 1 box of photos. My sewing room is a converted bedroom, and I have a regular size closet in there, and I have all of these boxes of photos that I had planned to scrapbook many years ago. So I've already pulled that box out. It's in a prominent location in my sewing space to remind me that that is one of my goals for my craft. And so I already have all the papers, I have all the supplies. I don't need to go out and purchase anything, so I'll be able to hopefully accomplish that pretty easily in 2024. Another goal or another resolution for 2024 is to back all of my t-shirt and sweatshirts for my quilt or quilts. So I've made a lot of progress this year. I've talked a lot about it in my Friday Sews video. And so yesterday I went and pulled another tote of those t-shirts and sweatshirts out. And so they are on my sewing table. So maybe even this afternoon, I'll be able to cut those up and get them backed and then figure out how many quilts I'll be able to make out of those. So I may not get it quilted, but at least I'll have them backed this year in 2024. A third goal is to embroider 1 thing every month. So I've inherited my mother's larger embroidery sewing machine. I had a smaller one, but hers has larger hoops and has a lot more things you can do with it and a lot more programs that you can add to it. And she has a lot of those boxes, which I have shown in a previous Friday Sews video. So I want to begin learning that. And so that's a great way of doing it by actually embroidering 1 time a month. May not ever use the design, but just becoming familiar with the machine, I think is very, very important. A fourth thing that I want to do is to make sure that I use my fabric stash whenever possible. So I already had some fabric, and then as I am kind of purging things from my mother's home in a different state, I've been bringing the better quality fabric, mostly quilting cottons is what she had. And so I want to make sure that I use that up whenever possible. Now, of course, there's going to be times that that's not possible because you need a different type of fabric. Maybe the colors don't quite match, and so you need to go purchase, but I want to make sure that I'm going through my stash and using quite a bit of it up. In 2023, I did use several of my little bolts that I made, probably 6 of those up. So I know probably in the grand scheme of all the fabric that I had, it's just a drop in the bucket, but I made progress, so that was encouraging. All right, number 5, here we go. I want to sell my older serger. I've inherited my mother's self-threading serger. Oh my goodness, it's wonderful. And so the serger that I had purchased many years ago is still in fabulous condition, sews really, really well. And so maybe a beginner sewist might be interested in purchasing that serger. So that is what I'm going to be attempting to do. That way I'm downsizing the number of machines that I have in my sewing room, which will give me more space to move around, and it won't feel so claustrophobic at times. And I'm not having to move all those machines. Sometimes I have to move a machine in order to get someplace else. So if I'm not going to use it, I need to bless somebody else with that. All right, number 6, I want to work on the Santa quilt for my mother. She's been asking for this for a number of years, and this is a great way to also practice my embroidery skills, because I'm thinking what I would do is in different squares, I would embroider a Santa from a different country. And I wanted to start with the ones that she has been to, and that we traveled to as a family, because my father was in the military, and so we were stationed many places around the world, and lots of different cultures we experienced within the United States as well. So I thought it'd be kind of fun to find Santas dressed in kind of the country's clothing. Like in Germany, they have the Lederhosen, and thought that would be a lot of fun for her to reminisce about all the places that we spent as a family and traveled to because of what my father did as a career. And so that's what I'm planning on doing. We'll see how that actually works out. So that will give me another reason why to embroider once a month, learn embroidery skills, use some of the embroidery thread that she already has in her stash, and make that for her. All right, number 7. So in a previous Friday Sews video, I showed you that I had already cut out an apron. So 2024, I would like to actually stitch that up and also do a sew along video that many of you have requested for that particular pattern. So that is a goal for 2024, is to get it stitched and to do that video and to upload the video. I need to write that down. Upload is the key. So many times I have videos recorded, but I need to actually get them edited and uploaded. That would be important. All right, number 8, and I'm looking at my list here, we're almost finished, is to finish my pillowcase sew along. I already have it videoed. It's in the editing process, but I've had some little quirks with some of my editing software. So I need to work on that and plunge through and work through those little hiccups and get that edited and also uploaded. This is a pillowcase that I make every year for my nephews and nieces, if you're new to my channel. And this is just an easy 3-seam way to put that together. So I want to share that with you. So in case you were wanting to do that, you can see really how easy it is. All right, number 9. The final one that I have on my list is to actually complete this pattern, Butterick 6377. I've had this in my stash for a few years, and I just love the kind of the handkerchief look of that. And so I want to complete this. This is something I've been wanting to do for a while. Now, I may have to purchase fabric for this if I don't have it currently in my stash. That would be the exception, because it does take different types of fabric than possibly that I have in my stash. So I want to complete this. It's in my little project bag that I've shared in previous videos. And so that is one thing I want to get completed in 2024. So those are my 9. What do you have planned for 2024? Again, comment below. I would love to see what you are doing. So we're going to hold each other accountable in this. I have publicly shared this. And so we'll kind of check in periodically to see how my res solutions are going for 2024. Thank you so much for spending your day with me. I hope that you have a fabulous day. I will pop another video up here for you to look at until we meet again. And I hope you have a wonderful 2024. Happy New Year and happy sewing, my friend. I'll see you soon.